Hey, what's going on, guys? James here, and welcome back to more F1 Manager Trade to Career Mode for part number 29, guys, where we're going to be heading towards the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort down for round 15 of the championship, though. As I was going to leave this into May or June, but I think I decided to hopefully do a comeback on there because, well, unfortunately, since I can't use the downstairs TV because I was trying to play some other games on the way, I'm afraid. Because my parents have been using it much often now, and I'm afraid I can't use it while they're bad, and I might get angry with it, and I might get in trouble for that. So I'm not going to do that for quite a while then. But anyway, I'm going to be coming back to this game, guys. So I was going to try and leave it into May next Monday, guys. But since the Easter holiday has come to an end, then I decided to come back in late April. So we're back for this thing, guys, for the Dutch Grand Prix, then for Formula One. And we can't wait to get this underway. And let's see what will happen for that. So before we go any further clearer, then let's have a quick reminder of the Drivers' Championship. Here's the standing. Let's start with the drivers. So Verstappen's currently in the way. Then there's Carlos Sainz, who's got back ahead of Perez for second place. Charles Leclerc got third place and being Perez after he made a mistake at the hairpin. I'm at turn 8. But the two Mercedes are currently in 5th and 6th. So Leclerc could hopefully have a good comeback smash out here in the second half of the season in F1. If he can hopefully beat Perez to third place in the Drivers' Championship. But we're going to try our best to try and beat VR, but we're leading both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship from Verstappen and for our team. But Mercedes will be wrapping up 5th and 6th place as usual. But Alonso is only just 7 points clear of George Russell's Mercedes. So despite can hopefully beats one of the Mercedes drivers, and before the end of the season, despite can hopefully outscore Russell by enough point to overtake him for 6th place in the Drivers' Championship. Outside, Bottas is currently in P8. Gasly is ahead of his fellow French mate Esteban Ocon in the Alpine. So the other top drives in 9 and Ocon runs to the top 10. Then we've got Joe Guanyu in 11 between 9. Then it's Kevin Magnussen in 12. Then it's Lando Norris in 13. Snowden in 14. Then it's Stroll. Then Vettel. Then Ricciardo. He's got off the mark there. And then it's Mick Schumacher in 18. So that's just left the two Williams drivers, Nicholas Latifi and Alex Albon. From my friend Albon nearly got into the point. He was winning the top 10 when the rain came down. But I'm afraid, with the other driver going quicker than him, I'm afraid he finished down in P15. So no good people ever there that is, but he did try to get into the point. I'm afraid there was not much to it there because of how many amount of lap there is. When he came down at about 38 and he paid for wet tyres or intermediate tyres, he could have gone for the point, but I'm afraid it didn't wait so much. He eased up around about 30. So with that, everything gone dry, and I'm afraid, yeah, we didn't finish the point. I'm afraid whatsoever, Dan. Here's the Constructors' Championship. Well, nothing has changed much then, so still the same as usual then. We're still on a big rack-up point on final tournament point, 11 victories and 14 podiums so far. Ferrari have got 3. Mercedes have got 2 podiums thanks to Hamilton, but not for Russell yet. Alpine got 1 thanks for Ocon in the Austrian Grand Prix, and 1 for Alfa Romeo for Valtteri Bottas podium back in Azerbaijan. Number for AlphaTauri, so Mercedes 3rd, Alpine 4th, Alfa Romeo 5th, AlphaTauri 6th, Haas ahead of McLaren for 7th. And then Aston Martin are in 9th place with 10, and Williams, no point whatsoever for them. So it's also the same for that. So, we're going to coming up to the next race weekend. We've got a development point for our technical chair, Pierre Waj. So, so which one should we improve on? We're getting a new front wheel again then for the next Grand Prix, so after the Dutch Grand Prix. So let's increase that. Oh, and its overall weight has been increased to 84. Okie dokie, good. Erica Barber, the hair Adam, has also got a development point as well. Let's see what we can increase on. Let's increase the air flow management, but he won't get an overall weight rating upgrade, so nothing for that. And nothing for our race engineers as well, the part of our drivers either. So, as we're looking forward to the Dutch Grand Prix race weekend, I'm afraid there's going to be more rain coming on the Sunday's Grand Prix. So it's overcast on Friday and Saturday, but there's heavy rain, moderate rain on Sunday. So like it was in the Belgian Grand Prix in the last race, Means we're gonna have some more rain then coming then in the ever combat then for the Dutch Grand Prix then coming up then at Zandvoort. So we look forward to that then. So looking for the Zandvoort circuit then in the Netherlands then in Max Verstappen's home Grand Prix, hoping to win it all. And would this race either go on for the rest of the race, or maybe it might maybe do the same like in Spa-Francorchamps so it does. We'll hope we'll see about that. We got a lot of money somehow, so we're not going to be guarantees a good slots then. So, quad persisted then. Well, for last time though, we just barely missed at the top 3 then. So, let's hope that we can do that again though with both our drivers then. Race position is finished 1 hour driving in the second place, and so we go for the fastest lap as well. If it's about his own Grand Prix, so we might definitely go for the fastest lap as well then. So. Hope we'll earn some big money we'll get then. Now the ATR period bit, I think it's which number is it then? Let me just have a look and see what number it is. It's number 4 it is, so that's going to be ended in a couple of days time. Okay, after the Dutch Grand Prix, so the race is hoping it is an upgrade for low speed cornering of car one could be compared to the grid. We should decide a new car part to improve distribution and keep it competitive. Well, I'm afraid, unfortunately though, we don't have any design or resource slots available there. I'm afraid we got some intact then. And our ball was for the Belgian Grand Prix, which is happy that we let the team to finish 3 then. It means it's okay, they don't really satisfied about the result then. And this is the post-way upfield for the Belgian Grand Prix when Verstappen took the way ahead of the 2 Ferraris of Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc. So back ahead to Perez in second place of drivers jumping then, so quite good work so far. And a message from Elkar Baba, the head of the aerodynamic testing restrictions will be ending in 1 week. Our test will report how many aerodynamic testing hours we have left of computational CFD simulator we got that, and the wind tunnel we got that. So we've got 0.2 of it left of the computational fluid dynamics and 10 hours of the wind tunnel we got left. So we don't need any of these parts so far. We're probably the quickest team so far. Okay. Gerhard Deruvler's scout has been detailed then, but he's got another 4 months there, so hopefully I'll touch the information that we got to this email. If you want to use this email to negotiate a contract with Gerhard Deruvler, head to their profile in our database. These scouts now made new assignments, so feel free to send them out to any researcher or any candidate that you're interested in recruiting. And then so the party is slightly detailed as well. Great. So that's pretty well for brother drivers up to some point then. So hopefully one of these drivers will hopefully replace Sebastian Bremy as a reserve driver and a Formula E driver in the World Endurance race as well, in the World Endurance Championship then. And Piers, this is for the Belgian Grand Prix that the new cyber has been installed. Let's have a look at the car parts then. So we might have to do some grid penalty drops then for this Grand Prix then, but it's for Samsung Grand Prix, so we won't do this to win. Alright, for Checo, I believe the one button is stuck then, guys, because I've got super glue on that. 2023, there we go. No, I don't need to pause it down, that's okay. So both our engines on Verstappen and Perez looks to be alright to me, so we'll hopefully use that then. Let's have a look at the ERS then for both my drivers then. 40%. It looks like Perez is cut down into 44%, so I think for the first time this season then, I believe we might need to take a grid penalty then. So we need to install a new car pod, means Perez will have a 5-place grid penalty then for the next race. So we'll get to install that then. So yeah, we've got a new ERS, so that's going to be a grid penalty for Perez for this Dutch Grand Prix, but not for Verstappen because it's his own Grand Prix. So where Perez will qualify, we'll start further back 5 places then. Let's just look at the gearboxes then. This is nearly worn out then, so let's fix the last gearbox then to Verstappen. What about Perez? Looks so fine to me. He'll be okay. So only just a 5-place grid penalty then for Perez for the Dutch Grand Prix. Let's just check if any low months part we've got in the aerodynamics package. No, it looks like we've got all spare parts that look good to go then. Okay. So, well, it looks like there's nothing else there is then to do then. Alright, even though it's a short video I want to do then, not a long video, okay? So, the design, I think the sign will be completed on the new front wing. Yeah, the new design of the front wing is now being installed, but we won't be manufacturing time for the Dutch Grand Prix. We're going to leave that until the next race then, guys. We'll try to manufacture and try to install the new front wing for the next race then, guys. So not in emergency for this race then, so definitely not. Okay, let's go in and go to the warehouse, go to the front wing. Yeah, we've got a new one installed. Oh, we'll go in that, okay. Let's get 3. Let's just check. Okay, looks like all these car parts will be all ready in time for the next race. So, yeah, they'll be all ready in time for the Italian Grand Prix for the next race. Great. So, $450,000 for 3 new front wings then we'll get then, on the FW Rebel 2022 free then. And then we'll hopefully we'll do some research next season then. But we'll wait until the next ATR period begins then. So, that'll be after the Dutch Grand Prix then. Okay. And we've got a message then. Okay, the Dutch Grand Prix is only just a couple away, and everyone is sort of keep an eye on Max Verstappen, who took third place at the last Grand Prix in Spa, and he's his home Grand Prix this weekend. Don't worry though, Enrico Barber, we've got a new front wing we've got in support, and Neil Barber says that the monthly advance of August is complete. Now we're in September now, so coming down to the last few months of this year and into the next season then coming up very, very soon then, guys. So looking forward to that. But we're going to now go straight into the race weekend of the Dutch Grand Prix then. So everything looks ready to get going then. So we're looking forward to this. So it's Max Verstappen Grand Prix. Let's see how the team will get into shaping then. So without further in mind then, guys, let's go dive into the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort for round 15 of the championship. So let's see who's going to win out here at the circuit of Max's home Grand Prix.
It's another historic weekend in Formula 1 here at Zandvoort. The track has many unforgettable moments. Max Verstappen's three-wheel lap at the 1979 Dutch Grand Prix, which cost him victory. What excitement lies ahead this year? There's never a dull moment at Circuit Zandvoort. It's fast. Very fast, with long straights and wide curves. And it also features 2 heavy back corners, where aerodynamic improvements are sure to help our drivers. With the season nearly concluded, time is running out for the team. Can anyone make a last-minute breakthrough? Can the leading drivers hold on? Only time will tell. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Formula 1.
So quick mind fact on the second time for a second. Its first race then here for Formula 1 was first race back in 1952. Its officially was an old layout back then. But after the 1985 race was won by Niki Lauda then, the second was dropped off of the calendar due to high probably functional reasons then for that. So with that, the Dutch Grand Prix was cancelled then. So with that, it came back in 2021 then. And Max's home Grand Prix, he took his home race win in his Dutch crowd. So the Holland crowd is going to be cheering Max Verstappen on, and so let's hopefully do the best we can then. So we're going to let the team manufacture practice 1, and in practice 2 I'll try to hopefully sort out the setup to my cars for my drivers, and hopefully we can go quicker than the Ferraris we can do. Let's hopefully we can do that in this Dutch Grand Prix. Oh, what's this? You've installed a power car part on Perez's car, exceed the season limit, and will kill grip pedal when using it. Yeah, because Perez has EOS, it was recovery that's wear out, so I'm afraid he's going to take a 5-place grip penalty then, so no way can I do that. So that's all tips here for that, so let's just hopefully just forget about that and just focus on this main session so far, okay? Oh my god! That is so many drivers taking grip penalties, Dan. Oh my god. We got Vettel, Latifi, Schumacher, Ricardo, Magnussen, Ocon, both the Alpines, Gasly, Bottas, Maldonado, Perez, as well as Hamilton. And not even at the top three, and even the two VIs of Verstappen. Even though it's Verstappen's Grand Prix, then don't need to mind about that, because that's okay. Because it's his own way. We want to let him hope he win his own ways. Anyway, Carlos Sainz was quickest than Verstappen and Leclerc in practice 1. He's faster than anyone, but Hamilton was quicker than Perez in practice 1, okay? Okay, so Sainz quickest. Then let's have a look at the truck utilization for both drivers. 42% and 38% truck utilization. So confident, okay, 48%, but bad for Verstappen, 38%. Okay, looks like the mechanics have done slightly a bit wrong then to Verstappen's car. Let me have a look. Yeah, two out of possible 5. Great on the stability, another say good, but bad on the straight and the traction control. So I might need to bring down the wing. Raise up the front wing, rear wing. Excuse me, not raise it down. High up to about 13 degrees, and then bring the front wing down to about 6.5, and then we might hopefully switch the interval distributed up to 7.3. The tie cam will go up to about 3.25, and the toe out, well, that will have to bring up as well, Dan, to hopefully help manage the margin for Verstappen. Okay, I'm going to let him run the medium tyres. I'm going to let him run that for around about 20 laps on his first one, I hope. So just 20 laps, 30 kilograms of fuel. So hopefully this will be good for Max. Okay, and for Perez, I'll let him start on the soft tyres. Oh, optimal. Oh, nice going, team. Nice going. That's a good start. But bad on the straight and the corner wing, so we might need to bring the front wing up a bit there, like Verstappen's. And also bring the front wing down a bit to 7, and then anti-roll distribution, bring that down a bit, and bring up the tyre cam as well. About 3 will be in the green area, and decrease the toe down to about 0.4. That will hopefully get the balance good for Checo. Let's run the soft tyres done for 19 laps. 1 lap slower than Verstappen. Okay, let's hopefully how this will plan now. We'll manage practice 2 for the Dutch Grand Prix on this game, guys. Since the sub-foot circuit is complete, so isn't it, Dan? We're not seeing any cars out of this stage of this second qualifier. So I'll send out Perez, even though there's one driver out already. So far, it's Joe Guanyu in the Alfa Romeo. So I'll send Perez out. And let's hopefully how well he will get along on the soft tyres on his first few runs on this tyre compound. Okay, fasting forward through the first few minutes of practice 2. And Perez is doing quite well due to the great level for Verstappen's waiting in the pits then. Let's go on board the Alfa Romeo of factory bars around the Zandvoort circuit in the Netherlands. As I head through into turn 1. Be careful, you have to get through this 180-degree right-hand turn as you manage to try and get it through safely. Through turn 3 and through the massive banking at turn 3, which might catch you out, Dan. So be very careful when the drivers try to find the right racing line to find the balance. Through the slippery turns of 4, 5 and 6, and into the white you go through into 7, which has been quite a massive there. And then through into right turn 8, which is a sort of circuit this is. Then round through turn 9 then, and then into a 90-degree left-hand kink turn at turn 10, which activates the DRS straightaway as you go flatter down the straightaway then, and down through into small chicane there, which is a right far bar left-hand turn. After that is a straight out long then, and heading down to the far 2 turn, which is the right-hand turns through 30 and through the massive bank at turn 40 around the Zandvoort circuit, and flat out down the straightaway then, and that's a lap around the Zandvoort circuit in the Netherlands for the Dutch Grand Prix. It looks like Carlos has got some traffic in the way. That's the avatar you can know just ahead of him. Carlos, I don't want to be getting held up by that Japanese driver then. He really don't want to be sudden getting out to his sudden teeth, and hopefully not to get held up by that Avatar driver, and hopefully we get ahead of him then, going down the straightaway then with someone just behind him then. Well, even though it's only just practice then, so we'll have a better luck in qualifying coming up later on in this video then, guys. Okay. Oh, we had a crash. Oh, has your notice gone off? I was just running on board. Oh, he's gone straight into the barriers. Yuki Tsunoda. And it looks like he's going to be out of it. And the 30 second goes for deployed. And I'm afraid Tsunoda said that's come to complete end. Well, that's ridiculous, though. Just riding on board on the battle between Sainz and Tsunoda, but it looks like Tsunoda's session has come to complete end, I'm afraid. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, sorry for getting ahead of him, but Yuki, I think it locked up badly then. I think it was on the front right and went on into the barriers and off into the gravel pit, and that's his session come to complete end. That is weird, but has he got a grid penalty? I'm not quite sure. Gasly has. Has Yuki got a grid penalty then to take? I need to go to the driving point then. And then we'll look and see what happened to Tsunoda. It looks like he looked up the front right. Oh, that's a nicely stunt that is for him. We'll just get that. Has Yuki got a penalty then? No, he hasn't, but his teammate has. So wherever they're qualified then, they will drop further back, and Yuki will have a good start to start in the top 10 he would do when all drum take their grid penalty. Sergio Perez gone wide. Oh no, Perez. Oh, he went a bit too deep at the banking corner. Let's see what happened, Perez. Did you go a bit deep at the banking? Just be very careful going wide, okay? For the banking section, okay? Just be careful, okay, Perez? Okay, virtual safety car period has come to the end, so with that, we're back to normal conditions then, we're back to green. So let's go.
How's the balance?
So confidence for Perez is good. 63%. Okay. It looks like some of the brake stability and the cornering then of his car looks to be foundations then. So he needs a bit more improvements then for the second half of practice Thursday. Hopefully it will help out for him. Oh, look at this. Weird to-way racing between Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen. The top two in the championship battling out. Racing together like crazy, man. God, jeez. If this is what happened in the race, then we both drive have a further penalty, but Perez has. This could have turned the challenger about a lot.
Why did you give us some feedback?
Okay, so confidence as well for Verstappen as well. Perez, but it's going a bit higher then. Verstappen's a bit higher than Perez. Understood, Max? Okay, we might need to turn it up a little bit then to hopefully find the balance for him when they both come into the pits then. Both Perez and Verstappen. Okay, Perez is now back into the pits now. So let's have a look at his confidence. All straight goods. All straight goods. Great. But we need to... So is there any way we can hopefully trying to find the greatness by increasing the tire camber a bit? And then not decrease down the rear wing angle. Find where it is. But I think decrease on the front wing angle a bit. That could hopefully slightly will work for Perez. And we'll turn down the Toro down to 0.3. Will this help for Perez? Hope so. And I'll switch it to the rather hard tyres then. And we'll let the one down for about 23 laps to wrap up the second process then. So all good stuff for Perez. Hope it will be perfect for him. Alright, Verstappen's now into the pits now. So 8th then, pit limiter on now, Max. Let's have a look at this. Okay, optional on the tractor, great. We'll leave that as it is. But I might need to not leave the way around the same as usual. But I think I might decrease down the front angle to a little bit then, I hope. And maybe increase the tire count to 3.30. And increase the turbo to about 0.3. That might hopefully will help for Max. I'll let him switch tyres down. I'll switch into the rather soft tyres then. He's on 20 laps so far, so I'll let him run for 18 laps then. So we'll do 8 laps around his home circuit then in Zandvoort. So do that, and I will hopefully wrap up the second process for him then. Alright, sending out Perez again. Let's hopefully what his second setup confidence will go along with the rest of the practice 2 will do. So Max's confidence setup has been done as well, but We've only got 24 minutes left, and he's going to do about 18 laps on those soft tyres. So I think it will be the time to send him out there. Hopefully he will completely slap, and then he will come into the pits early, and then that will open up for him. Yeah, that will hopefully help his setup up then. So he's coming out to the pits, we're sending him out right now. So let's hopefully his setup will be perfect and optimal. It will be. Oh, we got multiple cars crashed there. Where's that happening? Let me just check. Who else crashed out? Well, none of the top 5 then. Let's check and look and see. Oh, that's right. It's Fernando Alonso. That's coming down to turn and Mick Schumacher. And they look like they had a big crash together. What happened there? Let's see what happened. So there was just behind the wheels on the TV, and Schumacher locked on, hit Alonso, both into the barriers. What was that all about? That is a mighty crash. And I hope Alonso's alright, but man, Schumacher continues. Well, Alonso, well, I'm afraid his circumstances is over as well. Looks like he's not moving anywhere. Well, Claire did, but he's on the track, and another first safety car has been deployed.
Looks like quite a big accident.
Yep, out goes Fernando as the other hazard came as he goes by him. Alonso's session is out. And there goes the other Alpine. So man said I could see what happened to their teammate. So Schumacher let Alonso by, but I think Schumacher locked up badly down. He hit into Alonso. I think that wasn't Schumacher's fault, that was. But with that in mind, well, Schumacher says it's over. Well, Alonso is out as well. So another car out in the second part. So man, that's going to be so devastating. That's going to be down for both Schumacher and Alonso there, finding their crash together like Fernando Alonso and Michael Schumacher back in the olden days from 2005 and 2006 it was back then with Schumacher's brother Mick. Well, we're speeding us very quick as we can though, but haven't got self-confidence from our drivers yet then. We've really got 6 minutes left to go. I hope we get them before the session ends. Otherwise, if we don't get them, we've got prices now. That's a bit low for Checo. I might have to let the mechanics sort that out then from practice 3 and into qualify coming up then. Not enough for prayers so far then, guys. Look at that outstanding sunset at Sanford. Do you mind if you can see the sea then, the ocean sea? And see the sun sinking down in below in there, near the seaside of Sanford? I think we can. It's pretty obvious and nice it is. Oh, we got driver went wide there. Oh, speed it up. What the? Speed it up then. Shoot. Oh, it's not nice in the McLaren went wide. I turned 2 for the banking and into the barriers there. Just what my driver did there for Perez. But good survive there for Lando. Good thing. Nothing damage to his car. So the 12-hour champ is doing good tactics at the moment. And Max's setup then is just normal then. Not quite close, so it looks like my second improvements then on my setup competence for my drivers hadn't paid off then, so it looks like it's up to the McLaren to try and hopefully sort it out then for qualifying then, and hopefully we'll get the best out of everyone then through this Dutch Grand Prix. And then 2 points in horse Ferrari are the last 2 to finish off the second predecessor as I swerve away to the end of their final laps together. And over the line they come and wrap up practice 2 from there on. So the third confidence for that for practice 2 for Bobo Jai. Quite got okay for that. But good job for my drivers. Quickest first second place for Summer Quickest in his home race in the Netherlands. Then it's Perez second place. 2 Fiore third and 4th. Hamilton 5th and Ocon 6th. Let's go in there. 5 of those crashing from Alonso and Snur there. But Snur has a good grip pair, but Alonso has Dan and also makes Schumacher Dan. And he will begin putting the blame to that of what he did to Alonso there for crashing into it, and he's always felt that is. But right there, so we're looking forward to hoping what will make up there, so we can dive into that right away then, guys, after Practice 3 is done up then, guys. So, Practice 3 all done, dusted down with Pascal Cricket, then it was Leclerc, then it's Perez, Bottas in P4, head the side, and only 2% down in 8th and 9th, so In the Mercedes will have a bad poor qualifying or how like it did in the Belgian Grand Prix when it wasn't going to knock down. We do hope we get both joined in Q3. Well, I hope they would certainly do that though. But let's see who's going to get the max out of this achievement performance then. So 100% of translation. So 13 out of 54 for our price out of 15. Which is about 5 place grid play coming up then. So okay, we got grid play coming up. Yeah, I got that. A 10 place grid play drop. Oh my god. So wherever we'll qualify, we'll drop down 10 places down. A third 10 place grid penalty for him, not 5 place grid penalty. I totally got that one. I'm so sorry then, guys. So great on the corner in streets from Verstappen. Track said brake speeding, everything is good. Great. But the track is way out of the green zone, so I might have to improve something, but like increase the anti-road distribution then. Yeah, bring that back up, I hope. Last time to adjust the car before the main race itself, okay? The other way, the other course it looks fine for something, he will use that up then. Brad, how's his performance going along? Optimal on the base ability, that's great. But some of them are quite a bit out, including the straight. So bring the wheel in down to 13.5 and just decrease the front wing angle a bit down to 8 degrees. Hopefully that will hopefully give us a bit more pace, okay? Alright, there's rain coming in the race next time, then, guys, but not for qualifying then. So let's hopefully we'll get pole position yet again, because that will get pole in his own way. Can we hope we make it up then? Let's hopefully we'll do that. Was a true for we go time training to qualify for the Dutch Grand Prix then, guys, at Zandvoort. Okay, we got some first drivers out in the first part of qualifying, and it's Joe Gagnon and the driver who got crashed out in Q2 in the first few minutes of qualifying. About 2 is Yuki Tsunoda. In fact, both of the avatars have gone out. That's what Joe Gagnon. But so they all go out first, the Avatar and the other mode Joe Gagnon. I might send out Perez out then. So I'll send Perez out then, and hopefully he'll get some good track rub into himself, and hopefully he will help Verstappen to help him go quicker than anybody else so far in his home GP. In his own way, and he wants to draw the Holland crowd to wait at home in his home Grand Prix here at Zandvoort. The first few cars out, that means we won't be long and see how the first lap will compare to the others when we get to that. So, Joe Gagnon, first driver to do a final lap then. Well, hopefully we'll get to the other drivers in the building of the second time. There we go. For pressing the L2. First at the time, 24.489. What about the Alpha Tauri, so Tsunoda and Gasly? 24.6, so Tsunoda's a bit slower than Joe, as well as Gasly. So both of the Alpha Tauris are off the pace from Joe Gagnon in the first sector. Let's go on board on Joe Gagnon. So purple for Joe in the first sector. Coming up to sector 2 right now. And second sector time then. Oops, press the one button then. Okay, let's have a look at the sector time then for Joe. He's coming around the back right now. 24.161. He's faster than the two other Tories. Heading towards the lower now then. Let's see what the stats is going to put him. So he's going to set the pace by the top page with his time 1.10.4 then. Here come the two other Tories. Slow goes into center, slower than Joe. But Gasly goes ahead of his teammate, but just missed that by 82 milliseconds. So Joe quicker than the two other Tories. So hopefully he can get himself into Q3 and he'll get a good grip percentage over multiple drivers. Having grip penalties for this race, including my driver Perez, will drop down 10 play wherever he qualifies down. But the other drivers have grip penalties too. And hopefully he will have a good best time percentage to have for the race next time out down. Perez 24.1 in his first set, 23.8 in the second set, 5 set coming up then. Go with a time with a 1 minute 9.5 on the stick, goes to the top then. Nice going for that for Perez. It didn't feel like it has gone out so far, no, they haven't just yet. So I'll send out my other driver, Max Verstappen, out, and hopefully we'll get in the way from traffic then. And hopefully he will do really well in his first final lap than he will do then in the other Red Bull. Okay, here comes Kevin Magnussen in the Haas. Next across the line in the Haas. Where Silver will go then? Will he go faster than Tsunoda? He would do, but only going into the P4. We'll tell 1 with 10.5 then. That should be good enough for Magnussen to get through into Q2 then. So, all I'll say for Magnussen is just Q1 in Dutch Grand Prix so far. Lando Norris finishes off his lap time. He goes ahead of Magnussen, so now he goes into P4. Next across the line will be the Mercedes of George Russell. So it's Perez from Joe, Gasly, Norris, there's Magnussen and Snowder. Where will Russell will go? And across the line goes Russell into second place, faster than Joe. Gasly had it ever, but not off from Perez's time. He's at 1 minute 10.192. So Perez had 1 minute 9, but Russell said 1 minute 10.1. So Perez is faster than anyone else so far in the first part of qualify 1. Through the banking for the final time comes the race from Nicholas Latifi. Even though he will be a bit slower than he will be. Into PA, there he goes. Yep, off the margin there, I'm afraid for that. Latifi 1.9 seconds off from the leader. So Williams have too slow down at the moment then. And they need to yet to score any points so far then. What can Max Verstappen in the Red Bull do? Through the banking for the final time then. And down the straightaway and come through then. And across the line and go straight to the top. Faster than see Perez. And he's P1. With minimal jobs, they'll go out and do a lap times. And hopefully they can achieve their good lap times. Charles has gone purple. He's faster than Verstappen in the second sector. He's faster than anyone in the second sector. Well, the battle between Red Bull and Ferrari for the championship in drivers and constructors are still going on. It was a Ferrari huge burden on points because of multiple crashes they had in the past couple of races then. And they don't want to keep this going then. So Leclerc goes in second place, head to Perez. So that's 10 drivers done so far, but just the next half of the field left to go. And see who ended the bonfire and being knocked out at the end of Q1. Here comes the output of Esteban Ocon. Through the banking and aim down towards the line now. Where would the Frenchman would go on his first lap then? Ahead of Russell into P4. Great lap from Ocon. Nice going there. Looks like the Alpine is going to be quicker than Russell. So Ocon will be taking through to Q2. But anyone else will go into Q2 as well then? Well, because just going around turn 4 for the final time, heading down the straightaway, he goes through there. He's left across the line and goes into only 12. Only 12 for Ricciardo. He lost a bit of time there. So Daniel Ricciardo, after points in the last race in Belgium, is struggling so far in this first qualification of the Dutch Grand Prix. It looks like he might be going out at this early stage of the season. But got held up by the Haas of Mick Schumacher there as he's trying to get the way to his first final lap then. As Bottas goes into the second of his teammate Joe. So he'll be safe and free to Q2 will be. Because at the time looks okay then for Alex Albon then. He'll be going quicker than his team in the TP. And Albon goes into 13th. Yeah, I lost a bit of pace there. That's not enough for that, so they're too far back though on the Williams team then. As we just missed his first lap, then he goes into 13th. The next two will be the two Aston Martins of Vettel and Stroll. They might push the winners into the bottom 5. Then they're going to have the Mick Schumacher then. Looks like Mick's lost a bit of time that he's lost then, because the traffic is a bad chance. And then here comes the other Aston Martin Stroll. What can he do? Can he go ahead to Mick as well? That'll be good for the Aston Martin team. No, he does so. It looks like he lost a bit of time then. So Stroll in 70 will drop down to the back. Will be dropped down to the back then, and he needs to get out of the bottom farm. Aston Martin. Oh, he did that once with the of the Canadian Grand Prix. I'm thinking I'm not looking good so far for Lance Stroll. Then very much so far in this season so far in this career. Okay, the 5-3 does on the final lap, on the first final lap, as Hamilton goes into P4 in his Mercedes, ahead of Ocon and his team at Russell. Carlos has gone purple, then Verstappen in the second sector. He's faster than his team at Leclerc, even though Leclerc trying to beat Verstappen, didn't plan now. What can Carlos do in the other Ferrari? He goes green in the first and he goes to the first, so both of the Ferraris do quicker than Perez, but not fast as the Challenger Verstappen. Even if it's his own race, and even if the top 3 have got a gripper, and that's for Perez, he's got that. And now it's Fernando Alonso. So the driver race is fed up then. Schumacher will be in the bottom 5, so Ricciardo got knocked out in the previous races there in Belgium and in Hungary. Will it be Mick Schumacher's turn to be dropped out? So Alonso goes to P10, and Vettel's down into the bottom 5, along with Schumacher, Albon, and TV and Stroll. Those are the 5 are trying to hope to find some improvement on fighting plan now then. So those are the bottom 5. With the 50 fast drive, hoping to be safe for the Q2 if he stays like this then. But we've got one more shot of this first parkour fight coming down and see which of the 5 will be eliminated and who will be the 50 fastest try to go into Q2. So, into the final few minutes of Q1 then. Who will get through into Q2 and who will be knocked out? One on board 3 bars then. Who will be the first one to finish off this lap first for any other drivers do? Let's say our drivers in the pits because we've got both cars for Q2 and we want to work and race all the sort of time compounds then, and we can then guys. But because we turn 11 then, bar 5, Vettel, Mick Schumacher, Albon, Latifi and Stroll. Is that going to be as usual then? For turn 3 goes Bottas. He's lost a bit of time in the second sector then. Some of the drivers are improving, but some of the drivers are not improving their lap times. Bottas over the line down, he goes into 6th place. Nice lap then for the first drivers, a good job, so he will be free to Q2. Albon, I'm afraid he's out, as well as Lawrence Stroll. I'm afraid Stroll will be sort of fading back in the field, but there's a good penalty coming up for Latifi. And he will move up further places then. Missed a bit over the line, he goes out to Vettel, but I'm afraid he's out. So Ricciardo, good thing he got through to Q2. And Ricciardo goes out to Yuki then. Vettel had a good first second sector then. Another line goes through, stays 17th, so well, good work for Ricciardo to go through. But I'm afraid Mick Schumacher is out, as well as Sebastian Vettel. The 2 winners of the Alex Albon and Nicholas Latifi, and Lawrence Stroll will be sort of fade back. He's qualified down in last place, but Latifi has got a good penalty, meaning Stroll will move up to the places there. And since there were multiple quick penalties for the drivers there, I won't be doing a starting grid for the race itself next time around next field then guys. For the start of next field guys. So we won't do that, okay? So that's better for that then. So Schumacher, Vettel, Albon, Latifi and Stroll all eliminated in the first part qualifying. We're faster than anybody else so far in the first part qualifying so far. And that's now going to dive straight to qualify 2 now for this Dutch Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly begins Q2 as the first driver to do his final lap down. So, through the bank he comes through. So, probably defensive will do pretty well, he will do. Still in F1 with Alpine to this current year. So, what can he hopefully do? He's got Trevor there, that's one of the Ferraris, so that's going to try that. It's Leclerc. So, with Leclerc out, I'll send Verstappen out. So, Verstappen heads out of the pits then. One bump here, Gasly, or Leclerc's holding him not back so much though. And if this affects Gasly's lap time down, he might not get through into Q3. The last time Gasly got knocked out, I think, was it? I can't remember. I think it was it the Canadian Grand Prix got knocked out, or was it the Hungarian GP, or the Spanish Grand Prix? Well, I cannot remember for that. Anyway, then, so it's hard to remember where he got knocked out last time out. But anyway, over the line goes Gasly. He's at the best of time, 1:10.747. So has lost a bit of time he hasn't lost then. So hopefully I'll be enough to see how we get into Q3 or not. Daniel Ricciardo's gone quickest than Gasly instead because he got held up by traffic. I think he might go a bit quicker than him. Let's see. Over the line goes Ricciardo. And he goes straight to the top. Then he goes faster than Gasly. Wow. Even though Gasly lost a bit of time because of traffic, Ricciardo is ahead a bit then into P1. Nice going there. And Charles Leclerc is doing his lap right now in the Ferrari. Mazda is further over here. He'll be the next driver to finish up next. Heading through turn on 13 and into 14. He comes through. And heading down towards the line down. And he goes straight to the top down. Had Ricciardo and Gasly. But I had a good far second he had then. Leclerc's had Dan wait to finish on his first following Q2. He goes straight to the top and everyone into P1. But how much longer until Verstappen goes faster than him. Next to cross the line and do the lap is George Russell in the Mercedes. But Verstappen's actually up ahead there first, so he'll be first to finish on his lap. Will Verstappen go faster than Leclerc? He got perfect faster, but he got a bit slow. Leclerc has beaten him to it. Russell goes third. What about Carlos? He's also on a lap as well. So that's why I'm bored him on his first flying lap. Down towards to turn 11 and towards the Canes. Keep the photo up to himself then. Into the 5-2 corner for turn 13. And into 4 he goes through for the banking corner. And then down to the start finish straight away then. Heading towards Lama now. Of course he comes through. He goes into P3. Okay, good lap that is from Sainz then. He goes into third place. Behind his teammate Leclerc and Verstappen. Both of the Alpines are doing their flying laps now. And Soccer will be the first of the Alpines to cross the line to finish off their lap first. He only goes into P8, so I think it must be a time he's just lost then. Somewhere around the circuit. That's quite a bit obvious that is for Ocon. Who's next? It's going to be Perez. Through the fight he goes through. And down towards the top finish where he goes through. It goes into P4. It's too slow than the two Ferraris. As Alonso, only 10. Looks like we're going to have a lot of traffic. That is not good news at all. Hamilton goes into 5th. What's happened to the two Alpines? Have they lost a bit of time or something? I don't know why, but they will have to go out again and see if try to help improve their laps. John Goyer heading towards the line now. And he goes into 7th. Okay. Not targeted enough for the Chinese driver then. Hopefully that'll be enough to see him getting into Q3. I hope then, unless the Indian driver will improve their last ones then. Both the other TPs are in the bottom 5, so they got into the top 10 in Q1, they did. They'll have to go out together to find some bit of times then. So now over the line goes through. And only 13. I think he's also talking of traffic. And the last two drivers will be Lando Norris and Valtteri Bottas. Lando goes just slightly get into the top 10 then. Just barely managed to get into the top 10, I would say to that. But what about Bottas heading towards Lama now? I think we'll knock one of the McLarens into the bottom 5 then. And you'll go into 6th. So, the top 10 are currently are Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Hamilton, Bottas, Russell, Joe, Magnussen and Ricciardo. And the bottom 5 we've got Lando Norris, Gasly, Ocon, Alonso and Tsunoda. So the two other tyres, 2 Alpines and the McLaren Lando Norris are in the bottom 5. Then we'll have to go out again and see if either of these 5 get out of the bottom 5 and get themselves a place into Q3. I'm going to send both my drivers out in the far part of Q2 for so I can hope we go quicker than Leclerc in the end of the quality ticket. This is his own track. He cannot be beat by Ferrari. Never. Is anybody going to be leaving the pits? There's the 3-minute window marking then, so anyone going to be heading out on track then? Anyone? Hello? Anyone? Who's going to give us the signal then to go out? We've got one now. Thanks George, thanks very much. Alright, thanks to George. We can send our drivers out then. Let's go. Coming down to the final few seconds on Q2. Norris, Gasly, Alonso, Ocon and Tsunoda need to find some time if they want to get a place into Q3. Ocon has not had a good first set to Dan. So are we going to see someone else getting through to Q3? As Russell will be the first driver to finish on his lap first. Followed by the Hazuki Magnussen then. Russell stays on the 7th place. Magnussen does not improve in his last lap. He stays 9th. Verstappen doesn't go faster than Leclerc. Looks like Leclerc's going quicker than him. No, what about Perez and Sainz? Nothing from Perez or Sainz. And here goes Ricciardo. We'll finish top of his lap. Then what about the Alpines then? As Ricciardo stays 10th. Alonso crosses the line but he's gone a bit slow in the fight. But he'll go and knocks out Ricciardo just about making it through to Q3. Is that going to be enough for Alonso there? Unless someone's going to be trying to knock him out. So the last 3 drivers are coming around through the 5-3 cross. Started with Lando Norris, followed by Gasly, Ocon, Tsunoda. When these drivers get through them, Bumble on the bottom 5. Lando over the line. He goes to P9. He's safe. Alonso's out. What about Gasly in the AlphaTauri? No, he doesn't improve. So Gasly's out. Ocon Gasly gets first, excuse me, Dan. I'm so sorry for that. So Gasly gets through, Ocon is through as well, but Alonso is not, and Tsunoda, and he stays 15th. But man, Gasly and Ocon, the two Frenchmen, are through into Q3. Man, more absolutely the end, sensational end to provide two. Even though if Gasly was out, he would be toward the very back of the field, but he got through to Q3. Man, I'm afraid Alonso, I'm afraid he's binned. I'm afraid. Joko is through to Q3, so it's not Alonso going to be going through along with the rest of the drivers, and I'm afraid he's out, as well as Lando. He's just barely missed out by literally just 4,000 of a second to Esteban Occon's Alpine there. So close, Lando. You were very close to get through to Q3, but you didn't make it. Mansell didn't make it either. As well, there's Alonso. Terry Kyle is out as well, and you can see the other is also out as well. So, I'm looking at these 5 then. We'll be trying the very back, we'll try the midfield places, but we'll get up places though because the other driver in the top 10 have grid pairs to take them for the race next time out then. So, everything will change them for the grid next time out in the next video, guys. So, the 10 drivers going through the Q3 are Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Bottas, Joe, Gasly, and Ocon. So, which of these 10 will get pole position then? Let's hopefully we'll see if you get that pole position for the Dutch Grand Prix at some point then. Can Max do it in his own ways? I bet he can. Hope he will do. Now, I might have to plan my strategy then for the race next time I go in the next video, because there's heavyweight coming for the race coming up then next time out then, guys. Just like I did in the Belgian Grand Prix the last race then, guys. There's rain coming inside, so let's hopefully we'll do the best we can to hopefully match the tight temps, and hopefully we can hopefully manage this very much smoothly as we go along in this race weekend coming up then. Well, that's unusual. Gasly's the only car out on the track. Everyone else are staying the pits and to the track finds its rubber smooth for her. Well, I guess Gasly will have the best mark time first before we go out there and do our laps then. Well, there's more driver coming out. Hamilton, Ocon hanging out then. So, well, the both of yours haven't gone out just yet then, so we might wait until they go out, and then we'll go out and see if we can try and beat them for purpose. Gasly's at 24.3 the first header, and 24.1 in the second header then, so, okay, that's going quite good for Gasly so far. Heading through the final corner, he comes by, and heading towards the line. What's the time to beat for purpose for Gasly? A 1:10.223, okay? Looks like both the field haven't gone out just yet, so I've sent both my drivers out then before the VR would do. So let's send our drivers out then. Send out Verstappen first, and then Perez. Before the VR will come out later on as well in the session then in Q3. Oh no, Lewis Hamilton's got a Ferrari who's in the way. Charles Leclerc got in the way of Hamilton there. Oh, Hamilton's not going to be very pleased with that. That might cost him the pole position then to Gasly. But even though he's got a grid pad as well with Gasly there, they will drop further down the field then. As one more driver Perez, wherever he qualifies, he will start down 10 places. But the other driver have grid pad in this Grand Prix. So we're going to have a chaotic Dutch Grand Prix we're going to have then, guys. Ocon goes into second place, he's off than Gasly, slower than that. Hamilton goes to Professor Poe. So good things to do on the top 10. So good job for Lewis. Hopefully we will be starting somewhere outside the top 10. Okay, Verstappen is purple in the first sector, purple in the second sector. Okay, well, Leclerc's gone faster. It looks like Ferrari have got some new upgrades then to their cars. Even though it did quite well as well, we have beaten them so much in the past couple of races then. For the final corner goes Verstappen. And this is for the home crowd's purposes then. The time of a 1:09.273. But it's not going to be enough. As Perez go with a time with 9.4 the 5s. 300 temps, 280 temps off. And then watch on Leclerc here, he's going for 13. Green center sector. Or will Leclerc knock off Verstappen on purposes in his own race? Let's find out. Over the line. Oh, that was close. Second place for Leclerc. Just about got it there. Thank God for that. So good going Leclerc, but man, that was very close. For those two kept purposes and then on the two Alfa Romeos and the VR cars are the last three to set the lap time, which wasn't good out of his tier Hamilton for P4. Bottas over the line actually it's Sugar, excuse me then. Only goes certain place, slower than Gasly in the AlphaTauri. Because Bottas, his teammate, goes into the fair head to Hamilton. And what about Carlos in the Ferrari? Last one to cross the line, he goes into his teammate for second place. So I think his teammate Leclerc for P2. Even though he's the last Spaniard in the Drivers' Championship then, the Ferrari, excuse me, so Sainz, he had his teammate Leclerc, and he's just off time of Puppets and Butters, 34,102nd clear on Max Verstappen, who's on pole in his home Grand Prix, but we keep it that way in the 5 closing stages of qualifying for the Dutch Grand Prix then of this thing, guys. So, the final lap time start, the final qualifying of the Dutch Grand Prix, see if Verstappen will get pole position down. Well, let's see then. Both Mercedes actually went down at the same tyres. Watson is ahead of Hamilton there. Is he going to hopefully find the 6th street for his teammate Hamilton then? Because both Mercedes have had a good first set. Verstappen has gone green the first set then, so oh dear. Have they gone on one set of tyre? But they usually do that, Dan. I suppose my drivers are on one set as well, Dan, so anyway, Dan, what does anything change up then in this last laps of the Dutch Grand Prix then, guys? Let's find out and see, shall we, Dan? As Warsaw and Hamilton both come through the bank in the right time. Gasly will be the first to go over the line, double on freight. He had another good first and second set. That'll be poor the last set, but safe 8 plays, I'm afraid. Here comes the two Mercedes of Hamilton. Hamilton, excuse me, but they'll have it done to improve. And looks like the Ferraris. The car had a good second set Dan. And here he comes over the line. We beat Verstappen for pole. No, he cannot. I'm afraid Leclerc had to be third, and I'm afraid Perez does not improve that he did go ahead to Ferraris then. Ocon goes to P8. Joe, on the other hand, stays P10. And that's it. So Verstappen has done it. Pole position in his home Grand Prix. So congratulations to the Dutchman. Pole position for the Dutchman. Sainz will start in second place, and Leclerc, because they don't have a good penalty. Perez, I'm afraid he might start in P40, but Bottas, Hamilton, Ocon, and Gasly, as well as some other drivers, have got grid pens. So I think he might start around about 11 or 20 will be for the race itself, which means that Russell will start in P4, and Joe Gonyu will start in P5 once all these drivers have the grid penalties. So that would be where it would be in the order it would be for the start of the Grand Prix next time out. But it's Verstappen on pole, and he's done it again, and the champion there has got pole in his home race. Well, for this comment session done, I give that a 3 out of 10 though, because even though it was very close for Lionel to get through into Q3, but he didn't make it then. So anyway, it's quite actually happens for that a lot then, but he did quite well. Bonfrey, it wasn't enough for him. So 3 out of 10 for that result and for comment for that then. So Verstappen has done it. Pole position at his home Grand Prix, and I hope he will turn that into a race win next time out then, guys. The two Fiat will be starting alongside, will be starting behind Verstappen on the front, well, in the second and third. Then Perez on front will drop down 10 plays because of the grid penalty he will get then. So he will be dropped down because of a new ERS engine because he's got to his car, we've got to his powertrain. We've got that way for him. So he'll be not going to sign P4, he will drop down further places then. So Russell will sign P4 and Joe will sign P5. The rest of the field, well, it's really hard to say which is where the driver will be signing where, but we'll find that next time out then, guys. So this is going to be a chaotic Dutch Grand Prix, is going to be next time out, next video then, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video then, guys. Thanks for qualifying for the Dutch Grand Prix then, guys. And yeah, please like and comment down below as always, and subscribe to the channel for more of this. And also, it has been the first to see by me, the Duke's here, big fat thumbs up, and join the James Give me channel for more of this to look forward to in the near future then. Apart from that then, guys, hope you guys enjoy your day, and we enjoy qualifying very, very much then. And we'll see you for the race itself for the Dutch Grand Prix, then for part 30 of the F1 Manager Trade to Career. But till then, guys, I'll see you guys all later. See you for the race then, guys. Goodbye.